Shalom, and welcome to Camp Ramah Darom. If you are a member of our staff who is not living in a bunk this coming summer, and you also have children of your own coming to camp with you who are younger than rising third grade, then you are in the right place and watching the right video. First of all, we are thrilled to have you as a member of our staff. We are going to have an amazing summer that will be both enriching for you, your children, and for the community we create together. Whether you are new or returning this year, we are grateful for your dedication to our community and are delighted to have you as a member of the Ramah Darom family. Over the next few minutes, we are going to discuss a great many things that will help you to be oriented to the way that camp functions. Remember, we are a community of around 1,000 people that lives together about 2.5 months out of the year. To make it all work, we have implemented some systems and procedures for basic camp functioning. Although there is much to learn about, we will dive into a few topics throughout this video and will be covering subsequent topics over email as we approach the summer. In this video, we will discuss what to expect at camp, how to approach your time at camp, and what camp will do for you, which will include things like maintenance and housekeeping requests, laundry, supplies, birthdays, infirmary basics, having your car at camp, and visitors. We will also discuss some important parts of family life, including topics related to being a parent of a young child at camp, meals, Shabbat, and some obligations that all staff members have as a part of our camp community. Let's begin. Camp is awesome. It is fun and inspiring and offers us an amazing community to be a part of and contribute to. It can be an incredible place of growth for our kids, for ourselves, and for our families as a unit. We also recognize that camp can be a challenge. Adjusting to a whole new schedule, a new job, a new way of life. There is a lot of change when coming to a place like Ramah Darom from your own home. So it is most important to remember to be flexible. We take what we do very seriously here and plan as best we can, but with summer camp, things don't always go exactly as we had planned them to be. Flexibility, not the physical kind of course, but the kind that helps you to work with others and helps you to innovate even in the face of adversity, is the kind of flexibility that will be most valuable at camp. Also remember to lean on each other. We are only as strong as we are together. Camp is a team environment in every sense. We all have additional obligations and projects that we end up working on in the camp community outside our specialty. We act as a community and often need our staff to play multiple roles throughout the summer. Please don't be surprised if you are asked to help out with any number of things for arrival or departure days, or to take on a special role in a program or event. We encourage you to find the time and space to help our fellow staff to have successful programs and smooth transitions. Always make sure to clear any additional responsibilities or projects with your supervisor before you take them on. Always remember that others on our staff of over 200 are in the same boat as you, and if we work together, we will have great success. So, what will camp do to help you? In the next few slides, we will explain some of the systems we have in place to help you live and work at camp this summer. If you have a maintenance or housekeeping request, please fill out a form for your needs at the mailroom or tzorchaniya. This way, we can meet everyone's needs in a timely fashion and make sure every issue is addressed. You might be wondering how you will do your laundry at camp. As non-bunk staff, you will have a few options. Option 1, and the least work-intensive option, is to use the laundry service provided by camp. You can label your laundry bag with a colored tag that we will give you upon your arrival and drop it off on your assigned day. Your laundry will return washed and folded for you the following day. This is a free service that camp provides. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and grab a bucket and a washboard. Just kidding. Doing it the old-fashioned way at Ramah Darom means using the laundry machines on site at the Retreat Center, Marcus Lodge, and Lakeside Hotel. Please supply your own laundry detergent and fabric softener and use proper etiquette when using the washer and dryer. For everyday supplies, materials, and to make copies of lessons or worksheets, go to the Tzorchaniya or mailroom located on the bottom floor of the Mountainside Chadar Ochel or dining hall. If you are celebrating a birthday at camp, we'll even bake you a cookie cake, or a gluten-free cake, or a vegan cake, or a vegan gluten-free cake. The infirmary at our camp is called the MARP, which is short for the word mirpa'ah in Hebrew, which means infirmary. If your child is sick, please take them to the MARP to be seen by a nurse or physician. Please do not take your child to the gan if you suspect they are sick. It is important not to spread germs or ailments around camp as we are a tight community. Be in touch with your direct supervisor and the Rosh Gan to arrange coverage for your missed time at work and to make sure your child has what they need and the Gan is aware that your child will be absent. If you are sick, please go to the MARP and get yourself checked out during staff clinic hours, which are generally in the afternoon, although specific times will be posted outside the MARP and the Chadar Ochel. If you need to miss any of your work obligations, please speak with your supervisor, who will be able to arrange coverage in your absence. Remember to rest up and get better. We need all of our staff ready to rock, so make sure to take the rest that you need to get back on top again. If you are thinking of bringing a car to camp, you are welcome to do so. We ask that you follow the following camp rules with regard to cars at camp. Please register your car when you arrive at camp and put the Ramah Darom decal on your windshield. Our security team monitors the vehicles in camp, so it is important that we are able to identify all transportation in order to keep safe. We ask that you please park in designated parking areas based on where you are living in camp. If there is no designated parking space by your living area, there is a staff parking lot next to the baseball field where your car will be able to stay while you are at camp. Please do not drive your vehicle around camp unless you are exiting the campus or returning from outside camp. If you do have to drive around camp, the speed limit is 5 miles per hour, as there are kids and adults all over camp. Finally, you may be asked to move your car around arrival days so that we can accommodate camper family transportation. Please follow instructions if you are asked to move your vehicle. You are welcome to have visitors at camp, but we ask that you adhere to the following guidelines. Please book all visitors to camp, including spouses and families, with our summer business manager prior to any visitors arriving at camp. Our summer business manager will be able to make sure your visitors have a place to stay, appropriate tags, decals for cars and wristbands, and that we have enough food for any meals they may be staying for. We also have rates for visitors at camp who will be staying overnight. It is important to check with our business manager for any fees that may be assessed for visitors at camp to cover additional hotel rooms, housekeeping, maintenance, and meals. All visitors must register at the Welcome Center upon arrival. Please do not bring any pets to camp unless you have permission from the camp director. During meal times, you will have the opportunity to sit with your family and children as gan hours are between meals. There is a section of the dining hall that is set specifically for families with young children. Please remember to sit with your children and allow other families to have the opportunity to be together as well. We ask that you please not make any special requests of the kitchen for yourself or for your child. Please find foods that you and your child can eat that are part of the meal being served, as there is food for every kind of diet at every meal. The Chadar Ochel, or dining hall, opens 15 minutes early for families at breakfast and lunch so that you can get started with your meal before the rest of the campers arrive. There is also a family dinner every night, except Friday evening, that begins at 6:15 p.m. Please try to take food for your children and yourself before the rest of the campers arrive. Please be respectful and participate during Birkat Hamazon and all brachot in the Chadar Ochel. If your job requires you to be working during meals, please arrange any help needed or childcare needed during meals with your supervisor and the Rosh Gan. In the Chadar Ochel, we have a few basic rules. Male campers and staff members are required to wear a kippah, and women are encouraged to do so. No hats should be worn during meal times. All campers and all staff members should have their shoulders covered as well. For many of you, your day off will normally be a Wednesday. This day in camp is known as Yom Miuchad, or Special Day. Most specialty departments at camp are closed on Wednesdays, and the counselors in the bunk plan a full day of programming or a trip out of camp for their Idah. The Gan is closed on Wednesdays, so it is important to plan to be with your child on that day. If you have work obligations on Wednesdays, please coordinate childcare needs with the Rosh Gan and your supervisor. You are welcome to leave campus for the day. We ask that you leave any time after the sun comes up and return to camp by 8 p.m. For any special arrangements, please speak directly with your supervisor. It is critical that you check out of camp when you depart and check in when you return. For the safety of our campus, we must be aware of all people who are on the property. In case of emergency, we will be able to account for all persons. Please follow the directions you will receive about checking out and in whenever taking a trip out of camp. Remember to use this time off to your advantage. Rest and recharge at Lake Burton or spend the day in Clayton or one of the nearby towns. There is a lot to do that is close to camp. The Gan is the day camp for children of staff members who are not old enough to be campers. This includes all children younger than rising third grade. In the following few slides, we will discuss some details of the Gan schedule along with some policies and procedures to help make our summer run smoothly. We will address how to drop off and pick up your Gan child, what to do with your children under the age of 3, the regular daily and Friday schedule for the Gan, and Tat Shabbat on Saturdays. Some things to know about the Gan. The Gan campers have a packed schedule and will be participating in all of the activities that camp has to offer at an age-appropriate level. To drop your camper off at the Gan, please bring your child to the picnic table under the Chadar Ochel, or dining hall, at 9:25 a.m. Please make sure to speak with the Rosh Gan to check in your child. Do not send your children down to the picnic bench alone, as there may be announcements or information to share with parents of Gan campers. There are 2 pickup times for the Gan each day. Before lunch, please meet your Gan camper in the same location as drop-off, at the picnic table underneath the Chadar Ochel. Please remember to talk with the Rosh Gan before picking up your child. The second pickup time is at 5:30 p.m. each day at the same location. If you have made arrangements for someone else to pick up your child, please inform the Rosh Gan of your plans. Also, please be respectful of pickup times as the Gan staff have other obligations to their bunks. As you know, routine and schedule are the most important things to help our Gan campers to be successful. Remember to keep to the schedule and communicate with your caretakers and the Gan staff. There are 2 different schedules for the Gan. One is for regular days, which includes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. The second schedule is a modified schedule for Friday. Let's review the basic Gan schedule first. Gan begins after breakfast at 9:25 a.m. each morning on a regular day. To be ready for drop-off, please have your child dressed in a bathing suit and wearing closed-toed shoes. When you drop off your Gone camper, please pack a small backpack or bag with a towel, water bottle, sunscreen, hat, and a change of clothes. From 9:25 to 10:05 each day, the Gone will have swim at the lake or pool, followed by Shirah and Tefillot. Gone campers will then have a snack and go to their next activity of either camping or art. Then the group will head to either sport or dance. You can pick up your child at 12:50 p.m. each day for lunch at the picnic table underneath the Chadar Ochel. Plan to spend lunch and rest hour with your child and give them a chance to rest and regroup before joining the Gone for the second half of the day. If you have work obligations during rest hour, please coordinate any childcare needs with the Rosh Gone and your supervisor. The Gone reopens in the afternoon at 2:45 p.m. Please drop your child off at the Gone building at 2:45. The group will then head to Judaics and Hebrew, then have some free play and snack time. Then they will head to swim. After swim, you can pick up your child at 5:30 p.m. at the picnic table underneath the Chadar Ochel. You will then have some time to spend together as a family before dinner begins at 6:15. The Friday schedule for the Gone is just a little bit different. Friday drop-off is at the same location as every other morning, at the picnic table underneath the Chadar. Please send your child to the Gone with the same items in their backpack as any other day. The Gone will have Shirah and Tefillot, then have a snack, followed by cooking, then dance or yoga. Please pick up your child at 1:00 p.m. at the Beit Am, covered basketball court, in the center of camp. Plan to spend the rest of the day with your child as the Gone closes at 1 p.m. for Shabbat. Get ready for Shabbat with your kids and also enjoy family climb time after lunch at the climbing wall or tower. Unless other arrangements have been made, if you have a child under the age of 3, a child caretaker from the Gone staff will be assigned to work specifically with you and your family. Please let your caretaker know what you need and how best to care for your little ones. Remember to be gracious and to communicate often your schedule and needs with the caretaker and the Rosh Gone. The Gone is closed on Saturdays, but there is a Tat Shabbat service run by the Rosh Gone that begins at 10:00 a.m. on the porch of the dining hall or in one of the side dining rooms. There is a small oneg afterward, and we ask that families self-organize to sponsor the Gone oneg and provide our kids with a special snack after Tat Shabbat. Your entire family is welcome to attend. On Saturday evening, most of the older Gone age children gather together to make Havdalah and dance with the rest of camp. Please gather at the bottom of the amphitheater or close to the stage, find the group of Gone kids, and please stay with your child throughout Havdalah. Every staff member has some responsibilities connected to a specific Edah of campers. In addition to your daily schedule that you will receive from your Rosh or supervisor, you will be serving as an additional staff member at some of the Edah programming throughout the week. This will give you the opportunity to develop more relationships and feel a connection to the camp culture. Think of yourself as the aunt or uncle to this group of campers. Be there to talk with them and be an additional mentor, teacher, and friend. Because you have a young family to care for, you are not required to attend tefillah with your Edah each morning, but you are welcome and invited to do so if you are able. The same goes for Pulat Erev or evening program. You are not required to attend this because it is likely your child's bedtime, but you are welcome and invited to attend if you are able. All staff members are expected to be at Sevet Limud or staff learning each week on Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. We plan to have great snacks and great conversation. It is also important for us as a staff to learn together and to spend time together as a kfutza. We ask that you please self-organize childcare and that you do your best to attend. Finally, Hadracha, which is our professional development program for staff, will be scheduled throughout the week. This is something you will attend with your entire specialty staff. Your supervisor will give you this schedule when you arrive at camp. Finally, although there is much to review with regard to our safety policies and procedures, a general rule to follow is that if there is an emergency and the loudspeaker requires all camp to be accounted for, non-bunk staff will congregate by the pizza oven next to the Chadar Ochel and check in to be sure that all staff and camp are accounted for. If you are with campers, bring them to the field in the front of the Chadar Ochel and have them sit by bunk until their counselors arrive. Your young children will meet you at the pizza oven with the GAN staff to be accounted for as well. You will receive a safety manual at camp when you arrive and check in at the Welcome Center. Please take some time to read through the safety manual as well as the quick reference guide to emergency procedures. We will review all of the procedures during staff week, but if you are coming to work at camp for session bet, then we will send the safety manual to you in advance over email. Because we are in the summertime Georgia mountains, we sometimes have rain and thunderstorms. Although it is not often, we ask that in the event of a thunderstorm, you please find a safe and covered space. If you are with campers, break out those rainy day programs that you've been carrying with you and put them to good use. Be resourceful and creative, and remember to have fun, but be safe. Please wait until you hear the all clear signal before you return to your normal schedule. If you have questions, ask anyone who has a radio or walkie-talkie to page your supervisor for an update. In closing, we ask that you review some of these ideas and policies and schedules with your child before coming to camp so they understand how things will work while you are here as a family. This summer is going to be amazing. Camp is fun and reinvigorating, and there is camaraderie and innovation in being a member of the non-bunk staff team, also known as Magshimim. We hope you are looking forward to your time at camp as much as we are to having you. Please feel free to call or email me with any questions at the contact information on this slide. We look forward to seeing you soon.